The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
No, not Skype. Anything but Skype.
And enough about Skype demons from the past. Let's get on to some Changeling. Hello, everyone.
Oh, okay.
My name is Maddox, as far as you are aware, and I am the venerable storyteller of Changeling, the Dreaming Stained Glass. We are here for Season 2, Episode 2, and I am joined by my ever-effervescent cast.
Effervescent. That's great. That's great. I'm Mama McStabber, and I am playing Priscilla Rowland, who is known as Esmeralda the Aishu.
Hey there, I'm Evie Eternal, and I'm playing Melody Rockwell, also known as Lady Embra, the Seed.
Hi, I'm Kozikor, or Unconscious Celestial, and I will be playing Eva Oakley, Reverie, the Satyr.
I am June, the fucking bitch, Vanesh, playing Honey Badger Swift, Lady of House Scathage. It's Rise and motherfucking Grind, and now the...
Yeah, there it is. Hi, everybody. I'm Ravnos Archon. I'll get to be playing Oscar Holst, who is also known as Sir Ridari the Troll.
I'm not going to make the Uncle Oski joke this time. I think they know it. I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Blair Wilson, or Asteron, your Clericon.
And without too much more introduction, as the ST has to continue checking his notes in secret for no reason at all, I believe...
That's not ominous.
Yeah, it's not ominous that your ST has a shit memory for these things.
Grab your axes, kids.
And we open in a lovely bakery. Revari, it is bread day at your bakery. The few employees that you do have working for you, all focused on bread. There's not usually many customers this time of the week, so you guys tend to use this time to recoup lost product and stuff like that. Occasionally people do come in, but it doesn't happen all that much. And your back's actually to the door when you hear it chime. And then you hear from behind you, "So this is where you've been." And you recognize that voice. It has been some time since you've heard it. His name is Valentino. You may also know him as Sir Valentino. He was the leader of your former Tragos, And you see him as you turn around. He's wearing a simple vest that buttons up, but he doesn't have anything underneath. The vest seems to be his main focus. He has a light dusting of brown hair across his arms and his chest, from what you can see. His horns still curl perfectly off of his head, same as any satyr. And then his hair gets darker towards his legs to show a much darker brown. And he struts in after saying that, smiles at you, and as he approaches the counter, he's going to start singing. Russian roulette is not the same without a gun. And baby, when it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. How are you, my dear Vrevari? It's been so long since we last talked. We've all missed you terribly, you know.
I'm so sure. Why the fuck are you here?
Oh, haven't you heard? Denver's the new happening spot for the Unseelie. Of course, we had to come and show support.
That's fine, but I mean here, in my bakery.
Because we miss you. It's been ever so long since we've been able to talk. You up and disappeared on us. We were all incredibly worried.
As you're kind of like watching her, she's like, I think I hear the oven. I'm going to be right back.
Liar. And he doesn't stop you.
I go into the back and I immediately text Oscar and Esmeralda and Honey Badger, and I'm just like, get to the fucking bakery ASAP, please. I beg you.
Thumbs up emoji.
Esmeralda's probably already en route because her serendipity is like, I need to get to the bakery. I need some fucking fresh bread.
Oh,
Bread
done.
does sound
She's-
good right now.
She's pulling in. She needs food, and she's coming to collect because, I mean, she makes such good food. Yeah, she's kind of parked. You see her parking her bike, looking at her phone, like. Oh.
And as Honey's looking at her phone, Esmeralda's Range Rover pulls into a parking spot.
All right, so we will get to the two of you in just a moment.
And she kind of pauses because she's really stressed, and she's like, I'm forgetting. Fuck. And she copy and pastes to Ace as well. But yeah, she's like super stressed. Like emotions are very high. She's not prepared for this at all.
Ace, you get that text, but are not in a position to help.
Oh.
And we will come to that later as well. You know, Esmeralda. Jesus, I'm reading the wrong fucking names. You know, Vrevari, I'm not the one who even missed you the most. She's barely managed to keep her old nickname. She was so upset. But luckily for you, she's still very, very happy. She does still miss you, though.
Ray is just like leaning back up against a wall, just like trying to like compose herself. She's not prepared for this meeting at all. Just totally out of sorts, discombobulated, doesn't even know what to do. Just
You hear a click of a pen, scribble something, then the pen is set down. Ta-ta.
Oh, before he can walk out, Honey and S are walking in.
Oh yeah, we're fucking riding, man.
And you see a satyr who has the winning smile of just someone who is dripping with charisma.
And I look at him and I look at Vray. And I see Vray in the state she's in, and then I look at him. Honey, are you hungry?
Oh, you fucking know it. And she's already carrying axes in her hand, kind of just gently doing this because she can see through the window. And she's just looking at this man up and down going, maybe 2 bites.
You did that to her.
I
Wanna
don't know
fucking
what
play?
you're talking about.
Bullshit. Come at me, dude.
Don't tell stories to a
fucking believe that.
storyteller. And literally, Ez is just going to look at him and look at Vray. Vray, what did he do to you?
She goes, not here.
No,
I'll tell you
here.
later.
I
Not-
want to know in
not
front of...
here.
No, what did he do to you? Because he's not leaving until I get this cleared up.
He's my
He just-
old Tragus leader, you could say.
Yeah, well, she broke up with you, so take a hint.
I was trying to leave. You're the ones who stopped me.
After you did that to her, you need to
I simply
apologize.
stopped in and said hello.
Oh, I'm
did
sure you did
nothing.
more than that. And she gives a really wide Aishu grin.
Fuck around with her emotions again. Show you exactly what I'm good for. Got it?
Very well. And he's taking off his vest, folds it, and throws it over his arm as a bunk.
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. Not the die roll I expected for that. You're not sure how it happens or how it suddenly feels different, but he's radiating with this calm authority. It is a lot harder for any of you to act aggressive towards him or go against him in meaningful ways.
I've just used
As-
words.
And he's now, since he knows that it's harder for you all to disturb him, going to shoulder past you and leave the bakery.
And
Bitch ass mood for a bitch ass person.
Esmeralda looks at Bray and says, "Are you okay?"
I will be. I was just not expecting or prepared for this at all. I was not prepared. I didn't think he'd find me.
Do we need to make sure he doesn't again?
As you hear a car start in the parking lot,
I take a look to see what it is.
seems to be a fairly new Range Rover.
That's all Honey does to that noise.
I just
And-
make a mental note of it.
As the Range Rover pulls out, Oscar, you would pull into the bakery parking lot.
Oh God, Oscar hit the fucking Range Rover.
Nah, opposite ends of the parking lot, unfortunately.
I'll love
Yes.
like that.
Yes,
Was he
Vravari.
the one that you made a noble?
More than one of them are nobles, but he was one of them, yes.
Okay, so I kind of look at him like, he's a noble, and this needs to be handled with more tact. We can't just.
Vray,
Hey, I know you are, honey. I know you are, but if you do that to him, I don't know what connections he has in court right now.
Of what
that could go
house?
so bad. Storyteller? What did I?
you were about to ask me something. What was it? Sorry.
No,
I asked what
did you make
house.
him?
Oh, what house? Vray, you would remember that he is Sir Valentino ap Leonon.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
All I heard was breakfast. Literally, that's all I heard because all I have to do is eat him. And no offense, you're a satyr. You go down really nice. Not a problem. Unlike a fucking knocker, I have to sit on a pot for a couple of days. It's really gross, and I'm not going to go into detail. But at the same time, you guys, you're fine. I can eat him probably in 2 bites. It depends on how much of his ego I have to cough up.
Are we talking
Other than
about
that?
banana bread?
No, the dick they pulled out of the fucking parking lot that turned around and did this to Ravari.
Did what?
You can
Completely
kinda
upset
see,
her.
Like her composure, it's a bit better now because Honey's been making her laugh, but she's still obviously shaken up.
I thought there was going to be extra bread. That's why I got the text.
Honey hasn't put her axes away. That's how pissed off she is right now.
S looks at Oscar and is like, seriously, dude's a dick.
And
You shouldn't have a dick.
as you all are talking, for anyone who has more than 2 dots in perception, see 2 people like leaning through a doorway. They have clearly stopped at the moment in baking, and they're trying so hard to politely eavesdrop.
Esmeralda just looks at him and gives him a wink.
They both like fuck and go back to the kitchen to finish baking.
Whoever
But you
bakes me
can- but you
faster
can
bread,
also-
I'll pay more for it.
And you just hear one of them shout back, "That's not how baking works."
Figure it out.
And
I'll-
that's really
I'll
not how
be right.
baking works.
I'll be right back. And Eva goes to the back and just kind of is like, look, sorry guys, it's just
They both walk over.
relationship
It's like,
drama.
yo, hey, are you okay?
Yeah, just relationship drama. I'm sorry it got in the way here.
Hey,
Do you guys
how about
mind if I
this?
take some time?
Yes, take the rest of the day and as much as you need. I can run the shop for a little bit, and I'll
Okay,
call
thank
if
you.
things start to go crazy on us. All right?
Thank you so much. I owe you one. And
That guy
she grabs
that guy
the cup.
sounded like such a prick. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Thank you though. Okay. I have my phone on
Hey,
me.
just
if
remember,
anything goes
restraining orders are cheap.
wrong. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I'll see you later.
Bye. Take care. Seriously. And then they get back to work. Your assistant manager happily taking over for you.
He pulled out a bitch ass move, made us all try to not attack him. So watch, he's kind of one of those fucking social wankers.
Is she?
No,
he's
satyr.
fucking satyr.
Oh,
His horns are so big, I swear he's compensating.
Oh, he's totally compensating. That was a bitch ass weak mood that a twink would use. Fucking
Is that-
A, man.
is that how horns work for them?
Yes, because think of their
Well-
horns as your height.
Yeah.
My height isn't compensating for anything.
No, yours
your
is
height
not.
and girth.
How do you know about my girth?
I'm talking about your body right now, my guy. Not anything else.
Lord. S just walks away from those two.
Fucking A. I'm just saying I couldn't spill some blood with that bitch, and she holsters her axes. That waste of fucking time, man. He's gonna do something. Do it right. Jesus.
I bet, and she literally, and S just says, I bet he's horrible in bed.
I don't even want to know what he does.
Unfortunately, that's 50-50. He is a satyr. Even the shitty ones are satyrs.
I feel like I want to throw up now. Ugh.
She kind of bumps into Honey. I'll spare you the details. Don't worry.
Oh, I mean, no worries. I mean, I'll take it, and I'll hear the details. It's not a problem. It's just I don't understand what that bitch ass dude is trying to fuck with you, man.
So as we're kind of like walking away from the bakery at this point, and she starts to calm down a little bit. So he was kind of like the ringleader of the Trigos, you could say, where there was a very obvious hierarchy. And me being a commoner, obviously, well, let's just say that was taken advantage of. So I'm still coming to terms with a lot of it, but I ran. I just left. I left for Canada, and I couldn't be there anymore. He's not the only one. It was not a large Tragos, but
Much like
yeah.
his ego.
Yeah. So it was not like the one that I have now.
No, your
Okay, so
your Tragos now is amazing.
So what I'm thinking is we make him a stew, and we feed him to the other people, and then we'll do a whole kind of crazy macabre on it.
It's too good for him.
Oh, well, I was thinking.
Oh
it was
no,
like
I'm
trash
thinking
stew.
I see. I'm starting to get a list together of
yeah.
individuals that I need to verbally just ridicule in court.
Show me on the acts where people hurt you.
If you Eva just grabs the axe and just like all over. Like just like
right. So he
stomps
just
it down.
dies.
Blah.
Got you. All right. He just dies.
Still might be too good for him.
Well, what do you want to do? Put him into a pit of something that you're going to sit down and watch?
What do you think it should be done to him, Oscar?
I'm afraid to say things because of my past, so just nothing quick.
Oh.
I mean, we could do 1,000 cuts and pour lemon juice all over him. I can do that. Get into an artery? Ooh, that gonna burn like a bitch.
Hey, honey badger,
Hey, storyteller.
do you feel like spending a willpower?
Fuck my life in a handbasket. If this is going to result in him laying on a bed of me cutting him 1,000 things and putting lemon juice on him, and he actually suffers that, then no, I won't spend a honey willpower point.
You feel the similar pull, and you could stop it if you really tried.
Do I want to try?
That's entirely up to you, my dear player.
But he hurt my friend, so no, this man will have to die slowly and painfully.
Okay. Something
Cool.
about that lemon juice comment felt more real than you probably meant it.
Score.
As we drift from a rather tense moment at a bakery, we shift over to someone in a vehicle that has been borrowed from their family because they wouldn't let you just take any old vehicle. They have to have it up to their standards. And you are dropping off your sister for school. She's in the back seat. Currently, it looks like she's drawing something, although it's a little interesting. You don't usually see her draw much. She's not the one that goes for the artistic stuff all that often. But you're in transit to her school, Ace.
Hey, Anne, what are you drawing?
Hmm?
What are
Oh.
you drawing?
Well, in school, they were talking about fish. And so I was thinking about fish. And I remembered I haven't seen that many fish because we don't live near the ocean. So I've been, and she holds up and she says, so I've been making up fish. These look like regular fish that actually exist in the world. But she is drawing them, and it is crayon, but there's decent color variants and stuff like that. It's not just scribbles like she would have done as a toddler. She's much older now, so she's actually able to get like good lines without needing lines to start from. So I've been making up fish.
Do you want me to take you to see fish at some point?
Is there a way for us to see fish here?
Would I ever lie to you?
Sometimes when you surprise me.
Okay. But that always works out well for you.
I guess.
I mean, if you don't want to see fish, we don't have to see fish.
No, I want to see the
Fish.
fish. I just didn't know we could. So you had to be at an ocean to do that.
Who told you that?
Oh, one of the kids at school.
Well, they're wrong.
I don't know. They've been saying a lot of stuff lately.
Like what?
Oh, just we're getting to be big now, so we need to start thinking the way grown-ups do.
How old is Anne again?
I believe she was anywhere within the range of blah to blah.
I want to say she was like 12. Or younger.
I'm also thinking that, but I have to double check real
Okay,
quick.
that's fine.
Thank you all for your patience. It won't be long.
Nowhere near the point where she needs to think about it. That's more what I need to know.
Whatever age she's at, she has never heard clearly of an aquarium.
Yes, that's obvious.
Oh, I believe we decided on her being 8 years old.
Okay. Yeah, no. You don't need to think about all of that.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard not to, Especially when things just don't make sense anymore.
Like what?
Like, I don't know. Princesses, dragons, it's all kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Magic's not real.
I mean, that depends who you talk to.
And Ace, it wasn't banality exactly, but the magic's not real comment sort of shifted a little when she said it. Like it could have been banal. You do know that most children, though, have rather low banality. So even if they are affected by it, unless they're around like crazy strong sources, it usually doesn't change too much of them. But you did recognize something was trying to get through there.
I mean, think about it, and there was nothing on that paper, and now you have something that is clearly fish.
Well, yeah, but that's because I put the crayon to it. I can
Yeah.
see the crayon. I can see where it's going.
But we
Yeah.
know that's a fish. Isn't the idea that we just know what a fish is, even though you've never seen a fish? Isn't that kind of magic?
I don't know. She seems to just have fallen into the usual kid thing of thinking too hard and getting stuck.
Here. What are you doing in school today?
I think the teacher said something about math.
Do you like math?
It's okay. It's math.
Would you rather go see fish?
Won't I get in trouble for leaving school?
By who?
Mom? Dad?
And I care why? I'll get in trouble, not you.
You sure I won't get in trouble? I don't want you to get in trouble either.
I'm pretty sure I would get in trouble, but let me take care of them.
Can I go to school today and tell you my answer tomorrow?
Okay, but you can't tell your parents.
Okay.
If they know, they won't let me take you. Or they'll make me wait to take you when it's convenient, and we'll never know when that'll be.
Okay. I'll try to keep a secret.
Okay.
And then you pull up and the offboarding process, the teacher collects her and all that stuff and helps walk her inside with everyone else. And then you head off doing whatever you feel was next in your day after dropping her off from school since it was your turn. And I believe we will shift yet again Oscar, how long did you stick around the bakery?
Not long, given that the ladies were there to support Vray. I probably started to feel uncomfortable and out of place after like 20 minutes.
And are you heading back to your apartment building?
Yeah.
Or somewhere else? All right.
No, back to the apartment.
As you actually enter through the front door to your apartment, you do see a woman who seems familiar, but you haven't actually met her before. And she just has sort of a concerned scowl as she walks past, gives a quick nod, and then heads out the door past you, going the opposite way.
I'll go knock on my neighbor's door.
All right. There is no answer. Although,
I'll go to my apartment, grab a little post-it note, put on her door, and just be like, "Came by to check on you. Let me know you're okay."
as you are putting the post-it on the door, it swings open wildly, and you see her standing there in a shirt that has several splotches of paint on it, and her hair is kind of tied back, but it's a frizzy mess. And she is something that you didn't think you would see her as. Glamorous.
Oh.
There's a shine to her where the banality once was. Oh, hey, Oscar.
Hi.
What's up?
Just came by to check in on you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it really has. I have to thank you for purchasing that art set. I was able to do some work with it. I sold a couple commissions, and I actually started making money for my art. And you can also see behind her, she has furniture and paintings and plants. Like, she's refurbished her whole apartment from what she had to sell it down to before. Although you can also tell that some of the excitement that she's feeling is kind of from the zeal of the glamour, but the excitement's genuine all the same.
I guess you don't have time for a walk then.
So. Oh, no, yeah. And she reaches back and takes out a paintbrush, turns and just chucks it back into her apartment, then steps out, locks the door. Yeah, walk. Walks are good. I can... Yeah, a walk. Let's go for a walk. Where do you want to walk?
Just around the block is fine.
She's also just wearing her t-shirt and jeans and like a pair of like house shoes.
I don't want to keep you from your creativity.
Oh, no, it's okay. They'll be there on the same canvas, on the same easel with the same paints.
Sure.
And Oscar, if you have any glamour empty, I suggest that you take a point back.
You know what? I don't. So I'll bank it for later.
Well, you can't reserve over your
your no,
permanents,
I'm saying she can keep it.
Entirely fair. You also may now add the word dreamers to the end of that mystery background.
Ooh. Will do.
And she starts going to walk with you. It's still snowing, but it's not bad as it has been the past couple of days.
Yeah.
But she seems to be one of the Coloradans that doesn't give a fuck about a coat because she's not wearing one. And if she's cold, she's not showing it.
I'm not sure if you were paying attention, but there was a strange woman in the lobby.
Oh, yeah. That does she kind of look like me?
Yeah, she looked familiar.
That was my mom.
Oh.
She was coming over to say how she was worried about me and all that stuff, but then she just found me, in the throes, and I showed her the money I'd been making, and, well, joke's on her. I actually am making money with art now, so she can't tell me to move back home.
Oh, good. Things would have been quiet without you around.
I mean, things are quiet enough with you. Like I never see you do much of anything really aside from, I'm guessing, wake up and go to work.
Some people are born to be simple folk.
Well, there's a difference between simplicity and emptiness.
I'm not empty.
She's actually going to roll on that.
Oh.
I know you only half believe that, but that's okay. As someone who's been in a similar situation to where you are, nothing lasts. That includes pain.
This is what they call the tables turning. It's weird to be on this side of it.
Do you need me to buy you an art set now?
No, that would be terrible.
And terrible art is the best art because it's personal.
Is that what's selling?
I mean, if
Didn't
you're
look
doing it for
terrible from
money,
what I saw.
well, yes, but I've had practice. I've been drawing since I was a kid.
Hmm.
But seriously, though, thank you. Just one little art set I didn't think would keep me afloat that much, but it was nice.
Sometimes all we need is a little push.
Well, I actually should probably get back to my house.
Yeah. You get going. I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit.
Enjoy the snow. And I
Is
hope
it
to see
snowing?
you again.
I didn't notice.
And she lets a few snowflakes melt on her palm. I've lived here for so long, you sort of just get used to it. My dad used to go out and grill when it was worse than this.
Yeah.
Just had to get a broom to sweep off the 40 inches of snow off the grill.
Little coal grill.
I don't actually remember.
Hmm.
I know now they have a gas grill, but I don't know about when I was younger.
Something to ask your mother about.
Once we're back to talking normally, we're still a bit awkward because she thinks I'm just gonna fail at this art thing.
Baby steps.
Yeah, maybe that's what I can start telling her. But all the same, thank you. And she gives you a strong but brief side hug and then starts heading back towards the apartment. She does give a wave.
Gotta put my hands in my pocket and meander for a bit.
How about you roll some willpower for me?
Oh boy. Can't have a nice moment
Nope. Difficulty 9.
Without bringing willpower into it? Yeah, that's terrible. 1 success.
Take a point of bashing damage as your nose starts to bleed.
And you real or chimerical?
Oh, it'd be very real.
Okay. No me gusta.
And you hear somewhere, not inside your head, but near you. Real touching. Now stop.
No, I don't think I will.
And you don't get a response from there. I believe that's a great scene change as well. We're going to shift just for a moment over to Melody Rockwell. Where are you and your servant staying? You can definitely stay in the Brown Palace, although you do know that it is connected to the main freehold of the town. But there are plenty of other places to stay, or you could have gotten your own home.
I believe for the moment we'll be staying in a small Airbnb rental.
All right.
Just to get a glimpse of the city while we're here. And of course, for the new mystery to be solved, there's quite a bit going on, quite a bit more than we thought there was. So we'd be in there, myself and my companion.
And she has set out a full but easy breakfast, eggs, bacon, and some toast, but it is a full breakfast and will be filling. Although she has not set the same breakfast out for herself. You see that she has little finger sandwiches with the crusts cut off. You also know that being a Sluagh, you shouldn't trust her food.
Yeah, I wouldn't presume to have any of her food, but I will every now and again. I'm currently going over some notes. I will brush my hand over hers ever so slightly to just every time give it a squeeze.
She hesitates, but it's more just like, oh wow, someone touched me and I didn't realize they were about to touch me. And then she gives a reassuring squeeze back and then reaches over and her fingers delicately pluck one of the finger sandwiches that she then just... And you know that she has to choose slow because she doesn't have teeth.
Yeah, that is what it is.
And occasionally you do see her like give a small twitch, but it seems like she's doing it in time with something she's chewing. And then just a quick swallow.
Makes sense. And I'm just looking over. Sorry, go ahead, dear.
I was finally able to meet with the other Sluagh in town.
Oh, wondrous.
They're magnificently hidden.
I'm
so envious of them, truly.
I understand completely. So, what did they have to say? The new situation here in town is certainly quite intriguing, I must admit.
They were open in some areas and very closed in others.
I see.
They told me, public information-wise, that they are a rather decent collective placed in the underground tunnels beneath the city.
Noted.
They apparently, I was not allowed inside as I had no true business. But it does seem that they have a library down there.
Interesting.
I'm sure they'd keep all sorts of records.
Really? How curious.
But they did insist that any who wish knowledge show up themselves.
I see. Well, then we will certainly mark that for a destination. We're going to be trying to learn just a little bit more about the history of the city. Unfortunately, House Fiona doesn't have much of a foothold here, so and we'll need to learn about the history of this House Aileel and the king.
That is interesting. And I wonder if it was a delayed announcement.
Possible. Has the king resurfaced yet? Is he confirmed alive?
As far as I can tell, what I have heard is critical conditions.
Okay.
But he is not dead.
That is good. He isn't dead. I'm very glad to hear that.
Succession will be a pain if he dies.
Oh, yes, especially with the Unseelie courts getting more of a foothold here and House Aileel having taken the place of House Gwydion.
And the Gwydion exodus.
Yes, it is a shame, but I can't imagine that there are many who wish to stay in the city after that kind of public disaster.
The rest of the commoners seem to be adjusting rather easily.
Well, commoners are commoners. They're made to endure and deal with most of the change. that's going to be on us to make sure it's smooth. Goodness. I look.
If I may, my lady,
Of course you may, always.
I wish to speak candidly.
Feel
That
free.
group that Lord Vincent introduced you to, I have seen snakes filled with less venom. They didn't seem a welcoming band.
Yes, I understand that some people have, especially some commoners have issues with nobility. And despite my station, it's something that I strive to overcome.
It's also clear that there are no Fiona amongst them, because most that I know like House Fiona.
Yes.
So I think maybe it may just be a lack of information.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. They were the closest to the investigation into the situation there, so that's something to certainly keep in mind. We can work with them.
I
if we
do
need
have another piece of information.
Oh, please, go ahead.
The treasure that we are to be looking for was
Yes.
last known to be in possession of House Aileel.
That's great.
Yes. Damn the expense.
Yes. Situation is certainly more complicated. We don't want to rock the boat too much, at least not at the start here, but there's just a lot of convenient timing that...
Or inconvenient.
Yes, well, convenient for House Aileel, inconvenient for everyone else.
And every other unseelie noble that seems to be showing up.
Yes, I've been wondering. There's been a surge, it seems. So
I think there may have been an invitation. That's my assumption.
That makes sense. That means that they're going to try and solidify their power.
Fascinating bid to put such an action in the middle of a Gwydian kingdom.
It's working wonders for them so far, and with the king out of commission for the moment, nobody's going to keep them in check.
Well, with any luck, we will be able to manage the situation should something arise.
Yes,
lest David Ardrey himself get involved.
Yeah, we want to try and avoid making this more large scale if we can. But we'll see.
And Lady Embra, if you could please roll me perception alertness.
I would love to roll a perception alertness. That's going to be...
And I'd say difficulty 8.
Difficulty 8. Okay, so only one success.
You hear your dear assistant Belladonna mutter something. Cannot possibly tell what it is. When a Sluagh mutters, it's basically inaudible. But you do know that she muttered something that wasn't meant to be a closer to the conversation.
Yeah, well, keep your secrets, I suppose. And
she then reaches over for a glass of, unfortunately, noticeably curdled milk and takes a long draw of it before smiling at you.
Is what it is. All right. We'll need contacts in the city, and we'll need to start getting to the bottom of this.
I think another spot may be the best inn. There's apparently an old knocker woman who's been around forever.
Good. Then perhaps it's time we pay her a visit. Try and get a little more information.
Of course.
Well, finish up your snacks, my dear, and we'll be on our way.
And she doesn't rush, but does continue to eat her incredibly unsettling meal. And seeing the lovely amount of time we have, I believe that's a fantastic break spot, everyone. We shall see you after the break. Thank you so much for joining us for the first half. Look forward to the second. There will be no elaboration on pantslessness. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass. In the first half, an old relationship came back to bite Vray squarely on the ass in the worst way possible. We learned a bit about what has happened with Ace and some of the more mundane side of things that they have been dealing with. We learned that Oscar has rejuvenated someone's inspiration to the point where they are a wellspring of glamour. And we learned that Lady Embra and Bella are now actually actively following some leads. Esmeralda,
Yes, storyteller.
when you finished helping Vray, you got a text from Shelby, your dear Boggin friend's granddaughter.
Yes.
Hey, me and a friend can come by today. That cool?
She sends a text to Honey, says, "Can you swing by my place?"
Sure, what up, Doe?
And she just types sec, and she goes back to the other text and says, "Sure, that's cool. When?"
She texts back, actually, as soon as we can. The two of us have a thing we need to get to after this, so the sooner the better if possible.
15 is what she sends. And she sends back to Honey, "Got some people that might have some intel on the dude that left the note."
Oh, Jackwad?
Yeah, my jackwad.
Oh, that Jack. Okay, so we're not talking about dickless. We're talking about nutless. Got you.
And Esmeralda just says, "Exactly." As she takes a note that she had hidden that she had palmed off the counter of the bakery, and literally peeks at it. What does it say?
It gives a phone number, and then you're not sure how you can tell, but there's also... It's hard to differentiate which it wants to be, but there's almost an echoed feeling of glee, sadism, one of those. You're not sure.
She'll stick that in her bag for now. And she will head over to her place knowing that Honey will be there shortly.
All right. Honey, you pull up shortly after she settles in, and then pulling up from that, you see another car with two people. One is a young woman who Esmeralda would recognize because she looks a little bit like her dear friend Doris, just less boggany. And next to her is a young man who steps out. He's got thick black glasses in mostly a square shape. He has a simple, nice, like purple-ish sort of colored long sleeve shirt and some dress pants and some decent shoes. You also see that he has a gray messenger bag, though, that looks like it is more round than rectangular in any way. And they both head up to the front porch, approaching. Shelby waves. Hello.
I will open the door and be like, please, come in. This is my friend Honey.
It's good to meet you. This is my friend Lewis.
Lewis, Shelby, Honey, Lewis, and Shelby.
I mean, I already know her, but...
I'm Esmeralda. Pleasure to meet you, Lewis. And she takes and sticks out her hand.
I've heard about you. And you see, as he's shaking your hand, he's actually like craning his neck to look back at the security system that you've installed. And you see he's sort of looking at it. How much empathy do you have?
Quite a bit, I believe. Let me double check that.
Because I don't always like to have players roll. Sometimes if you have enough, you just get information.
Yeah, hang on. Empathy. I have 3.
That's enough for you to notice. He's looking at that security system with disgust and disdain. And a bit of like just unimpressed.
And she looks at, I know. I need to improve it. I know I do. I have.
Oh, no. That's why I'm here.
Oh.
The fuck?
Please, welcome. And Esmeralda steps back.
I work at a computer repair place and I do all sorts of stuff like this. I'm really good at it.
Look, it was $50, something easy and quick.
At the time, I was making less money. So now I have more money and I can afford to invest a little bit more.
Well, depending on what I have to do, you may need to pay me a little bit, but it shouldn't be like, breaking the bank or anything.
No problem.
But let me take a look at it. And he goes over and immediately starts taking just random tools and tools that you wouldn't think would be necessary for a security system. And some that you can't quite recognize. You swear to God, it almost feels knockery. Almost. But it's too refined, too polished, too chromy. But they're all tools, regular as you've all seen them.
So, Shelby, do you have any new information?
She actually leans a bit on her staff as she's carrying it. Yes, unfortunately. Your trespasser?
Peter.
You learned... Okay, Peter. He works for someone. He's not the only one. We've already caught several others. Killed several others. I should be honest. But the octopus has many tentacles, I guess. He's not the only one. He's the only one doing what you're experiencing. No one else is finding gold everywhere.
Including a serial killer note when I had to go on tour, and that got left on my doorstep. Honey was watching the house for me, and yeah.
Wow, he approached when she was here?
Left a note. Literally looked like he cut out things from magazines and newspapers for the letters and then turned them to gold. That said,
that just seems excessive.
Where is she? Or where did she go? I forget. Honey, do you remember what it said?
Where is she?
Yeah.
Look, if you can find Nutless, let me know. I'll eat the fucking bitch.
She can.
Eat him?
Yes, she can.
Oh, is she like you?
Kind of, yes. Just a different type.
Okay.
I got a big mouth and an insatiable hunger that it will never end.
That sounds awful. You have my sympathy?
No, this is fine. This is how I eat. This is how I live. It's fine. I
Entirely
like to eat
fair.
my enemies.
She also leans back a bit. Lewis, I was wrong. Both of them are.
Just think of my mouth as a Sarlacc pit, and my stomach will take about 1,000 years to digest them. It'll be fine. Please understand. Please let me know you understood the Star Wars reference.
I mean, I did. I've seen Star
Okay, good.
Wars.
Okay, cool.
But
Some people
it's
don't.
just... You're very different from the fairies I've met before.
Oh, she's
I'm sorry,
nothing.
what?
She's nothing like ones you've met before.
I'm a red cap. I'm the representation of
She's a
nightmares
fucking
and
unicorn,
war.
is what she is.
You see her think for a second.
That.
Honey, most redcapped culturally have some form of red in their ensemble. Do you have anything that would indicate such?
Red drop earrings.
All right.
They're rubies on the bottom. They're real rubies.
You see that she does scan all of you, but she does check the head first for a cap, finding none. All right. I'll admit, I'm having trouble speaking to you.
Why?
I don't know. Just
Blunt.
I'm usually not so nervous.
You
right.
make
It's the intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suck at social shit.
And I excel at it. It's a balance.
She turns and looks at it, honey. If it helps, so do I.
I mean, if you want to stand next to her, I'm not going to be insulted. I'm used to it. I'm the one who you sent out to kill the nightmares.
No, I'm fine being near you. It was just I was trying to figure out. I like to think that I'm someone who has a good handle on herself, and so when things go out of my control, I like to figure out why.
Oh, I'm a silly red cap that's a knight. I don't know if you know what that means.
I think Gran said Sealy means tradition. Beyond that, I don't know much.
I like to make war, I like to eat things, and I like to kill things, all in the name of good.
There are several people in our chantry who would love to hang out with you.
Cool, I like to go some beer brawl and bashes. I haven't done a good pub crawl in a fucking age.
I should say, if you want to meet more of us, just tell me and I'll get you in contact with people. There are
The fuck
some.
are you?
She's a mage.
She just holds up the staff that she's carrying next to her and just sort of swirls it around. Nothing
You guys
happens.
do the Harry Potter shit?
And I take it Lewis is one as well.
And as you say that, you hear, oh, fucking fuck. And you see Lewis turn around. I mean, yeah, I'm better than her, though.
You got shocked, my guy, and your tools are too fucking clean.
The shock just tells me it's done, and he starts putting away his tools.
That's fucking weird.
And also, the security system looks damn near the same. The only difference is the red light on the cameras is now blue. Silvery blue.
So what does it do now?
Did you make GLaDOS?
No.
Okay.
No, never have AI operate a security system. That's just a bad sci-fi movie.
The fuck do I know?
I don't know. I've never met you. Well, then you can get it this way.
I asked a question, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Well, for one, it's actually got clear functioning video. Fucking travesty of a security system that is. And it has a alarm that I've managed to set. It will play throughout most of the house that you have the alarm nodes in. And I promise that alarm will wake you up. Because even if you are dead asleep, I guarantee you'll hear it.
Mm.
And no, it won't be too loud. It'll be loud enough. And, well, I couldn't do some of the stuff I wanted to for you.
We can't contain him, can we?
Nah, not so much.
I have someone that might be able to work on that.
Fair enough. Always happy to help. And yeah, I run a small little tech repair store in Denver. If you ever need tech repaired, yes, I can fix it. I promise.
What do I owe you for your service?
Oh, this one's a favorite of her. So really, if anything, you owe her.
Shelby?
Yes.
Do I owe you anything for the service?
There is something, if you're willing. I would very much like a sample of the power you all have.
No.
Damn. Oh, well. And she nods and then turns to Lewis, opens the door. I think we can go on to the actual meeting now. Yeah, this is just a short thing. Enjoy your security system. If it bugs or anything, and he holds out a business card.
She'll take it.
Just call any of the numbers there. I answer all of them sporadically. And then he heads off to the car. Shelby stops and gives a nod of goodbye, shuts the door, and you see her sort of like forlornly looking at the door like she's like, damn, missed opportunity. And then she heads off to her car.
You good?
No.
What's the matter?
I don't think I will have a need to meet with Shelby again.
Why? What's wrong?
Mages should not have the power that they have as it is. They certainly do not need ours on top of it.
I don't think she could utilize our power, to be honest. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like giving a cat milk. Sure, they can drink it. They can't process it. You know what I mean? She probably
And
asked
she
because
gave me
maybe-
almost nothing. He works for someone. Great. Well, is he doing this on that person's bidding or not? I don't know. She didn't tell me. So you know what? This was nice that they fixed up the security system.
Could have told me the security system was shitty. I could have got some friends.
Shh. I'm going to get Aggie to put in something to fucking contain that bastard.
Who do you think I'm friends with?
I know. Let's go talk to
fucking plumber?
Aggie.
Jesus. What did you want to talk about? Because you brought me over here.
Because I was hoping she'd give some intel that you could try to hunt this bastard down. He's
Well,
my
Peter
monster.
Dickless works for somebody. Do you know what? We can always get some puka on this dude. I don't mind going in for a boon or two. Good stealthy puka. Get your shit every time. They may or may not be truthful about it, but with enough bribery and enough payment, I think they'd at least kind of allude to what we need to know. I mean, you got sweet on Doug. He got all fickle. I mean, that tail worked backways and forwards. You flood an eye. He's ready to do circles and looking for a bone. Tell me I'm wrong. You show up with a bouquet of jerky, whatever kind of jerky treats. That thing's gonna jump into your arms and
I'll
call
just
you
give him
mama.
some more porno mags.
True, but I'm also thinking more the dog. Like, I mean, seriously, you took him into a groomer. He'd be like all over
I'll
you, showing
roll
his
one
belly.
up and threaten to hit him with it. He'll probably enjoy that.
Hence, he will call you mama. He'll be like, spank me, mama, more. Jesus. Hell, I'm sure that Lord Penis dude would be like, yes, do it, because we all need it.
I need to speak to Doug anyway. Fuck.
Yeah. And you needed a laugh, too. Don't tell me you're wrong. Between you and Vivari, I just say weird shit and you all just start laughing. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but there you are.
Honey, you
Yes.
are a unicorn. You're an absolute gem.
Great. So tell me then, how do we take care of all this bullshit with my apparent rigor, wit, and crazy fucking antics?
I don't know.
I'm the muscle. Y'all are the brain.
To which you hear a snort next to Esmeralda as Jolly goes, oh, well, now we're in trouble.
Can I hear Jolly?
Oh, yes. He speaks
Yeah, he's a
audibly.
chimera.
Listen here, Jaja. I can't help it. It's a thing. I've always been done with that. I don't got the intelligence for this.
Says the goat
barely
who's more
made it out of high
brawn than
school.
brains.
Yes, I am.
I don't know what you're talking about. If you drop me in these streets, I'd run them by the end of the fucking week.
Go for it then.
$10 says you can't.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Check this shit out. And he walks and heads outside and down the sidewalk.
Okay.
Why don't you go see Doug? See what he can do for you.
I will. Talk to Aggie, though.
You want me to go talk to Ags?
Go talk to Ags because
Okay.
I want a containment system where if that bastard shows up on my fucking doorstep again, he won't move again.
Say less. I'll go speak to her. I don't mind. I'll help her with even thinking about how to make it work. And if I've got shit for her, I can put some stuff into the event.
And I'll owe her for it.
I'll help her out with it so you don't owe her all of it.
Okay.
I got enough stuff in the garage. And you know what knockers are when you give them broken shit.
Esmeralda takes out her phone and sends a text to Vincent. You know, it's very rude to invite a lady to have a candid conversation at your house and not give her the address.
The response is an address. And then a very curt but polite, my apologies.
And she responds, available?
Of course. it is my day off from the firm.
She looks at the address, figures out
It's in not like a well-to-do neighborhood, but it's not like, the hood or anything.
Yeah.
But it's really low income and the city doesn't care about.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a middle ground.
Yeah. Be there in 20.
I will, and you see he responds, I will have the wine ready.
Wow.
You good? I'm gonna text
Yeah,
Dags and I'll be on my way.
I'm gonna go have that conversation with Vincent that he wanted to have, and if I happen to see Doug there, I'll speak to him. If not, I'll get him to.
He pulls a dickless move again. You let me know. I'll fucking eat him from behind. He can't put anything for me when I'm behind his ass. Not that I'd ever want to do anything with his
Lord
ass.
Vincent?
Oh, him. I'm thinking about the dickless dude. Sorry.
No,
I get
sorry.
my nobles all fucked up.
Well, the dickless dude is not a noble. He's a fucking mage that's probably consorting with demons.
Wrong dickless.
Oh,
That's
the
nutless.
other guy, the satyr. Yeah,
Yes.
no. Oh no, he left
Dickless.
his fucking number for Vray, and I take out the note. I stole that bitch.
You know, we
It
can
is-
handle this bitch better than probably anyone else because you can attract him from the front. I'll slit him from the behind, and no one will know the difference. There's no body.
And then we dump him in some abandoned trod. It's great.
So therefore, there's no body. This is fine. I'll have the worst meal I've ever had besides a knocker. But you know what? It's worth it to keep Ferrari safe.
Agreed.
Okay. She'll send out a text to Aggie saying, coming shortly, idea.
Scene, and there's no response.
And as
Doesn't expect one.
we both leave, Esmeralda gets in her vehicle. She has no idea where the fuck Jolly went. He can go do his fucking thing if he wants to be cocky.
Yeah,
And-
you don't see him, and he made a declaration. God
yes,
damn it.
he did. So he can go do his thing. And she's going to head out to speak to Lord Vincent of House Beaumain.
All right.
But first, she will grab a certain book from her library in the freehold first.
Okay. You also don't notice this, but a little chimerical bird alights on top of your vehicle where you can't see it and rides with you to Vincent's. I believe we can flip over to the Best Inn, where a red cap, a slua, and a she all have arrived. And once again, meeting up with each other. Lady Embra, you see the red cap that you met from Vincent's old investigation team. Also heading in the same direction towards the Best Inn freehold with you and Bella.
Oh, Lady Swift, it's so good to see you again.
Hi. Funny. Shit. I don't have my cards with me. Funny meeting you here.
Sure.
I'm not the social one, so I'm sorry if I seem abrupt and abrasive, but I'm trying to be polite.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate your politeness and candidness.
Cool, because I didn't threaten to eat you yet, so you're fine.
All right, well, fair enough. Let me know if you get a bit peckish.
Oh, being peckish is the entire thing is in mouth. I may or may not
see.
swallow. You're lucky.
Fair enough.
As you
what
all...
What you all doing here at Aggie's?
Oh, well, we were hoping to speak with, was it? I'll turn to my compatriot. Was it
Mhm.
Agatha?
The name is Agatha Sprocket, yes.
I thought
Call her
so.
Aggie. Trust me. She's
I'll
a
bear that in
knacker.
mind.
Aggie.
Aggie.
Look, they aren't about pomp and circumstance. It's more of, hi, how are you? Get to the point.
Fair enough. That makes sense to me. We were hoping to, well, we're continuing an investigation of sort.
Weren't you guys trying to do all that with the Chuckalux family over there? When you guys were talking about some dude getting almost knocked off. If the person's not dead, that's a horrible assassination attempt. I can't say that I've ever done one, I'm the one who goes to the couch. I'm house hostage, so we go fight shit.
That is fair. To my understanding, the king is still alive for the moment. Yeah, I know.
That's a good thing.
That's good. I've not been able to get in contact with anyone around him recently, which is a bit frustrating. House Aileal is being tight-lipped.
Oh, you expected them to be like, oh, hi, here's your welcome basket and flowers?
Yes, well, I hadn't expected anything of the sort, but yes.
Oh, at least you're not disappointed.
Yes, it's quite complicated. But yes,
are you okay with this whole thing, man? You doing all right with that? Is that a little itchy or does it get hot and sweaty?
With the mask, it can get a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. It's not particularly hot out right now, obviously, but when it is, it can.
Do you
I find
like wearing that? Or, I don't mean to be too personal, but it's just a little off-putting.
Oh, well.
What do you mean? It reflects the light from the snow perfectly.
Yeah, it's fucking blinding.
Darling.
If you want people to see, you got to kind of like mitigate the sun. Have you ever guys been here to Colorado long enough to know when it snows, you don't look directly at it when you leave?
Yes, of course.
We're from Colorado.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What, the western side, the northern side, or you more the eastern side dealing with the plains?
Western side.
Oh, so you deal with Utah. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't say we're that close to it. We have a place out in Morrison.
If you guys go to the Cal, let me know. It's on me because I ate that place completely out. It's fantastic.
Thank you for the suggestion, but unfortunately, my diet is somewhat restrictive.
Well, no, they can actually accommodate you. I know a cook. They also have a good Italian place, too. And don't worry, you have a very sensitive palate, I understand. And that, I know that they could probably give you some older cheese and, what is it? It's not the really nice milk. It's a really kind of almost sour cottage cheese milk, right?
Lady Umbra, you know your assistant very well. Her eyes, despite being, pits into horrid darkness, are shining. She is excited by hearing this.
You do? Well, I think that would be lovely. We'll have to get the address.
Yeah, that's actually right down the main strip. I know the cooks. I used to have to handle some of them because a couple of your people were part of my group like 5-6 years ago. They got into the weirdest shit things, but we got the job done. It was really effective.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Perhaps we can invite everyone to the house sometime.
Agreed.
Sure, just gentle because no offense, Lady Emperor, your people have kind of made really bad enemies here.
Yes, I have come to understand that having to deal with House Gwydion, House Aileal can grate on many people, especially some of the more, I hate to say the word common folk, but some of the ground people.
Just the normies, normal people. Just normal folks pretty good. Once you remind them they're commoners, it's kind of insulting.
That is fair. I will keep that in mind. Thank you so much for helping me avoid the faux pas.
There's a lot of faux pas here, yeah.
If it helps, I'm not offended by being called commoner. I find it's actually rather an endearing name.
And you're with her, so that makes it normal. We're not with her, so it makes it a little bit abnormal. Besides, between me and Asker, we got our titles. Everyone else is not really wanting title adjacent stuff, so they're kind of like, we're here, we're vibing, we're good.
Fascinating. Wonderful. I wonder why they're denying such position.
Because it's bullshit?
Useful bullshit that gets you influence.
Yes, but they're not political. They're just out here living their fey lives. No, most nobles want to screw you up in the ass 4 ways from Sunday and then pull it out with your soul.
Oh,
Tell me I'm wrong.
They do.
Yes, they...
Some of us are not here for the buffuckery on this. Not the shame, not the kink any shames or yuck anyone's yum, but at the same time, consent's sexy and mandatory on that.
I
Better
have to
behave.
agree.
Oh,
I should call him. And she just like steps away for a quick second.
Well,
okay. Do you want to go meet Aggie?
yes, let's go meet Agatha. I think
I'll meet you inside.
of course, my sweet Bella. Take your time.
She gives
Sure.
a small curtsy with her black dress and then goes and takes out her cell phone.
People
Goodness
always act so
gracious.
weird when I talk this shit, but whatevers. All right, come on, let's go meet Ags.
Of course.
As you all walk through, you do see the usual trappings for the transition from maintenance tunnel to tunnel into a knocker freehold. You know, the walls turn more coppery and bronze, piping, gears. And by the time you get to the door, there is a scanner as well, retinal, it looks like. Although you're not sure if it was the same when you last came here, honey.
Yeah, there's security.
But you are flagged in, and then as you enter Lady Embra, you do see immediately a young knocker man with a clipboard, and he's wearing just sort of simple work suspenders right now. Honey, you recognize Led. He's technically the one in charge, but Aggie's back, so it's a little washy right now. But
Hey, man, what's up? And she'll kind of do her fist pound.
he gives a fist bump with the clipboard hand. And then he points over and you see the bronze robot that you saw last time that was offering out all the safety things. Its little hinged mustache shifting back and forth as it nods to you, gestures to the interlocking boots that go around shoes that then crunch into place, gives you guys, safety vests, helmets, eyewear, the whole 9 yards. And Lady Embra rocks it. Unfortunately, as all she do. There's nothing that can make them look bad in clothing. But Led does stop at you, Lady Embra, and tap a pen to the clipboard. You are new here, so I have to go over the ground rules with you.
Of course, please.
Beyond that point, and he points at the door, title means dick. Do not exercise your ability as a noble within these halls, and we will have no problems. Talk to us as a person. For fuck's sake.
Of course.
And secondly, you may see other she like yourselves. I'd say just not talk to them. Most of the members of House Dougal are just here to do their own shit. If you feel like you can get info out of them or talk to them or whatever, Vincent's informed us of your whole situation. But yeah, so if you can talk to the Dougal and get something useful out of them, go for it. But I highly fucking doubt you will.
Makes sense.
And just to get this one out of the way, are you guys here to see Aggie?
Fuck yeah.
Fucking
Yes.
of course. All right. Well, everything else, and he takes the clipboard and sticks it like under the overalls, and it just disappears.
Dude, you've got to give me some overalls of, bag of holding bullshit. You know what I could do with that?
You think it's a bag of holding? I'm not that talented.
Sure you fucking are. Don't tell me you ain't.
No, it just puts everything that I tuck into it in my office.
Fucking A,
Genius.
man.
The problem
Did
is
you-
it only ever goes to my office.
No. But can you pull things out of that from your office?
Nope.
Is it a two-way street?
Like
Fucking
I
bitch.
said, only goes to my office.
Let me guess something like this. That's a fucking flaw, right? That's a knocker thingy, right? Only to your office?
The The threads are like special designed. I actually had someone help me collaborate on this one. It was finicky.
Think about it this way. If you can get it both ways, I could get that and I could pull all my weapons out and I could pull all my weapons back in. That would be fucking awesome.
Dude, I'll let you know if I get anywhere near to be that excellent of a knocker overnight, but I fucking doubt it.
I know you'll be the best fucking knocker you could be in your generation. You just gotta believe it.
If you say so.
I just fucking did I fucking not?
You did indeed.
And
You
if I
are-
said it, you know that Dan's gonna figure it out and he's gonna make you the best fucking knocker in your fucking generation. So take that shit and own it.
Oh, by the way, honey, just real quick, something I remembered.
Oh, fuck.
Odd question.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Have you heard of the kith known as Waffletingers.
I have heard them briefly. They do exist from my mind at some point, yes.
Yeah.
Why?
There's rumors there's one in town.
A waffle tinger?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what they're doing here. But
Like
if
a
you
fucking unicorn.
or something, but if you start hearing about freehold starting to lose potency, that's a pretty great way to know that they're in town.
Suck a dick. Are they? Are your freeholds crapping out?
Oh, we're fine. We're the balefire is roaring here. Don't you worry about that. But no, just if you meet them, don't be rude. They're kith just like us. Just don't let them stay for prolonged periods in your freehold. That's all.
Hey, if they fuck up my grotto, I'll fuck them up. But if we can come to a nice understanding, we'll be good.
It's just that they're just dream greedy, poor bastards. They used to be chimera, I think, something like that. And so they just they take more than they mean. They take more than they mean to. So
Yes,
they can't help it.
It's involuntary, to my understanding.
That's okay. My needing to eat constantly is involuntary too. But sometimes, if somebody oversteps a line, down the hatch they go.
I mean, yeah. See, I get dietary restriction not applying to you, but isn't there just matters of taste? I'm sure your tongue still fucking works.
Look, there's a reason why we'll never eat your kith or try not to eat your kith. I'll be on the toilet for days.
There were times apparently during the Accordance War where people force-fed Red Caps knocker.
Yeah. Why do you think I will never eat you?
All right. Can we go ahead?
As this conversation has been progressing, you have been walked down a hallway, a rather long hallway that comes to the very end, and there's a set of blast doors tucked in the corner on the left side. They are currently shut. And there's also installed above the door now I don't know what the light specifically is called, but it's the lights that are double mirrored and spin. And it's spinning with a slight orange glow above the door.
Oh my!
So, are we knocking or not?
And you see Led go over to the keypad there and type a few things in, to which there is no response, and then an immediate "What?" Fucking loud ass bat. Yeah, you got some fucking visitors. Visitors? I don't get fucking...
Open the door! Jill's yelling behind.
Oh, it's them. And then the blast doors separate and start opening.
You have a way with words, it seems.
And it all opens up to see parts
magical mouth
fucking everywhere. Servos, fucking pistons for cars. There is so much machinery, either half assembled, fully assembled, or in the middle of disassembly. And Aggie is currently back to everyone against one of her workbenches. It looks like she's fiddling with something on the table. Come in, shut the door.
Okay, let's go.
After you.
Nah, go on. You're the one who's shiny.
Fair enough.
And you both notice, as soon as you say you're the one that's shiny, Aggie's body language freezes.
Oh, stop it, Aggie. I ain't going to bring anyone that's going to hurt you.
She turns around and you see that she's in the middle of using a screwdriver to put a screw into a certain plate of something. And she turns and locks eyes with Lady Embra. Embra, have you ever been stared at by an angry Wolverine?
Gotten some mean stares every now and again.
Yeah, this one's up there. She is not happy that you are in her workshop, and it shows on her sleeve.
I see.
And how can I help you?
Well, I'm Embra. It is a pleasure to meet you, Aggie, as I believe you like to be referred to.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking for a bit of information, if that's okay.
What do you need to know?
Well, I work with House Fiona. I know, noble politics, but we're currently set our sights on the city, specifically on the recent surge of Unseelie and the downfall of House Gwydion because of the Dantain incident.
Yeah, I was technically a part of that. Locked away for most of it.
Ain't holding you against Jags. You're good.
No, I just wish I could kick Killian in the balls one last time.
I mean, we could always do that. That's not a problem. Give me a mannequin.
Nah, because then I need to get House Aileel's permission to go down to the basement. I don't want to talk to those shits.
I don't blame you.
I said, get a mannequin. We'll make it a thing.
Nah, it's not the same. Has to be the real fleshy sack, you know?
Okay, fair.
Well, I was wondering if I might sort of ply you with a few questions just to get an idea of the situation here in the city and sort of the connection that this might have to the attempted assassination of the king.
1 second. She walks over and grabs a water bottle, like just a cheap plastic one, unscrews the cap and drinks a bit of it. And then she shuts it down. That's paint thinner. And then she goes over to a different water bottle that looks damn near identical and opens it and drinks from that.
Did you not fucking label your shit?
I always label my shit. As you see, that half the shit is not labeled.
Clearly not. Come on, Ags. Do I have to go around here with some scotch tape and a permanent
Listen,
marker?
Chihuahua mouth, I do not go into your shit and tell you how to run your fucking area. Don't do it to me.
That's fair. I'm not. I'm helping you because you don't need to chuck down some fucking paint thinner that might hurt you.
I know where everything in my
Wrenched
shop
lips.
goes.
Sure.
Her face gets knocker faces don't get red. It gets redder around the swirls on her cheeks, which is the only color on her face. Everything else is pale as fuck. And right now she has her hair back, you notice, into very nice old lady style pigtails. So it's a lot of gray hair and all that, but done into separate ponytails on the sides. All right. What do you need to know?
All right. Well, thank you very much for accepting my request. Ember will pull out a small notebook and a.
She continues
very
to fiddle
nice
with the
looking
thing
pen.
that she was trying to screw down and stuff while you talk to.
Yeah, of course, I don't begrudge her that. Well, I guess we'll start with what exactly happened with the Dantain incident and how close were you to it?
Killian and I always had a bit of a shit relationship. He was a she. I had someone with sense. You know how it goes. And he's just was always a controlling dickwad. So eventually, I think we had a fight. He locked me down using one of my old inventions that I built during the Accordance War.
Oh my. I'm glad you were right.
That invention broke, apparently enchanted a whole bunch of shit, and then was that was fucking up the town enough that a squad, and she just glances at Honey, a squad was sort of brought in to figure the shit out. They found me, woke me back up. I'm amazed that my face hole didn't die entirely through that period of time, but
Yes, well, I am very happy that you're safe.
yeah, it's good. And not much more info that I can immediately think of unless you have more questions.
Mhm. Is the Dantain currently in custody or has it been executed?
Last I saw, he was being taken away by House Aileel. If he is still alive, I'd guess he's in the Mountain Fortress dungeon.
That's fair.
Because it just seems like, the obvious place to put a prisoner.
Nasty business, that. Ugh.
I knew there was something wrong with him. Hated him from the moment I fucking met him. And then I realized he's Dantain. Vindication.
It's always nice to figure out that the person you dislike has a very good reason to be disliked.
Mm-hmm. Just proves my instincts are right again.
Indeed. Now, House Hyliel has been in the ascendancy recently around the city, and of course, House Gwydion, having been incredibly shamed by the Dantain, has decided to vacate. Have you noticed anything about House Hyliel during this ascendancy that seems curious, I'll say?
Well, it's more than Aileal coming here, from what I've noticed.
Yes,
There's like a bunch of unseelie houses showing up.
Yes, the Unseelie surge is certainly rather interesting, probably by invitation, if I had to guess. Now, have you had any other close connections, anything with House Aileal or the remnants of House Gwydion besides Killian?
Killian, no. Like I said, only one thing I need to see him again for, and I doubt House Aileal would let me. But Aileal specifically, no, not too much interaction. They've come for some work, but most nobles come to the knockers for work. We charge them through the nose like we always do. I mean, fair wages for all involved. And
Don't worry, I'm not going to tattle.
I mean, technically it wouldn't matter if they knew anyways, but regardless, yeah, they've commissioned some shit from us, but like I said, lots of people commission shit from us, so it's not like it's suspicious or anything.
Anything in the last few weeks that seems of note?
I'll have to check because I'm also not, responsible for every commission that comes through the Best Inn here.
Oh yes, of course,
But we usually get at least one of us to start working on it so that something can be in circulation.
I understand. Thank you very much for that.
Now I get to ask you some questions before you continue.
Oh, please, I'm an open book.
How long you been noble?
Huh. Well, let's see. I lost count. Do you mean on this side of the shroud, or?
I mean when it started.
Oh, well, I don't want to describe my age too much. We'll say more than 500 years.
All right, so you had the title before you showed up to this place. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, secondly, this one's going to be rude, but I don't really give a fuck. When did you crystallize?
Oh, well, that would have been 16 years ago.
All right. You have a decent track record here so far.
Of course. Like I said, open book.
I suppose my last question is as follows. Do you know the Sluagh standing outside the workshop?
Oh, yes, that's my assistant.
Oh. Let her in, and you hear an automated feminine voice. Sure thing. And then the blast doors open again, and Bella steps in and walks over and then stands just at your side.
Pat, my apologies. I was, I get busy talking.
I hope it was worth it.
Yes, I'm getting a good amount of information, I'd like to think, with the help of Agatha and Honey Badger.
Just honey, it's fine.
Oh, honey, speaking of, while I have you here, and she grabs a small burlap sack off one of her workbenches and tosses it to you down the hatch.
Ooh, serious? This shit?
Yep.
Just swallows.
You cannot have hazardous materials without a proper disposal system, and red caps are the best for that.
Fucking should tell me that one. I'll have to.
That's why it was in the burlap, so you wouldn't have to taste it. Calm down.
I'm calm. Your tits are the one that are up. Jesus.
Yeah, you say that. My God, you're as impossible to talk to as Fright.
I'm a little better than that. Fuck off.
Well, that is true. You're not my ex.
I wouldn't fucking date you.
I mean, that's good. I'm not attracted to women.
I'm not attracted to women either.
So we have that in common.
Fucking A.
Well, thank you for your questions, Aggie. And I hope that you found the answers satisfactory.
As far as Shining hosts go, I've met worse.
Well, we in House Fiona obviously like to be a bit more grounded than some of the more up their ass houses.
She has to make a quick roll, which she fails spectacularly. You say grounded, and she can't help it.
Well,
and she's just doubled over on her work stool, just trying not to suffocate from laughter.
relative, I suppose.
Grounded.
But all in
Honey's
good
not
humor.
laughing. She's just being kind of respectful to both parties. Or at least trying to.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but there is no way I will ever call a member of House Fiona grounded. House Varric, maybe, but not House Fiona. You guys, you thrive on drama and passion. That's what the house has always been for. If there's grounding in drama and passion, then that is a weird drama to experience.
Fair enough. Oh, yes.
Lady Ember, you also hear Bella whisper in your ear, I like her.
I do too.
But
All right,
anything else?
do you happen to have any, we'll say, outside contacts with Eileen, someone I could maybe apply a bit more information, especially insider knowledge, so to speak?
I think I know someone who could help. Here. And she grabs like just a notepad and a pencil. Here, put your number down. I'll send that over to him.
Thank you so much. I do very much appreciate it. I will write my number down.
Hey, can I get your number too? I got a business card if you want one.
Oh, yes, please.
I run a mechanic shop.
Oh, wonderful, actually. If our car needs any tuning, obviously, I'll bring it right by. But it also would please me to get a bit more info from the folks who helped unseat the Dauntain, the knock-on effects.
It was just a fight. And then House Alil came in and said, we're taking over. And there they were.
Yes, it's quite concerning. But yes, here you are. Thank you for accepting that. Do you have any questions for me before I take my leave?
None that aren't insulting. Well, okay, they'd probably be more generally insulting than directly insulting.
That's fair.
But, you know, just rumors. Oh, the she shit gold and glitter, shit like that.
Nah, probably she only does glitter, not the gold. Oh, you don't even do glitter? Shit. Wait, what if it's edible glitter?
I wouldn't eat anything coming out of any of those holes.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying if she ate edible glitter off of a cupcake or something.
Well, I imagine it might happen then. I wouldn't think to check, though.
That's okay. It'll just sparkle as it goes down the bowl. It's fine.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Aggie. I appreciate your candidness. And you as well, honey.
Sure.
Take care. It was Embra, right?
Yes, Embra.
Yep. All right. Both of you, out of my shop.
I gotta talk with you first, though, bitch.
What?
Okay. As his shit. That dick who's been trying, well, actually, yeah, he's dick. No, he's nutsless. Anyhow, he was turning around and giving S some problems, so I was sitting around her house, kind of making sure that, well, that, and also because nobles were trying to turn around and get her shit, so I turned around and put my claim on it, as in, like, fuck y'all. So anyhow, some Harry Potters came by to help her with her system, but she wants something that's going to try and capture this dick and, like, actually hold him. He left a gold, ransom note made out of gold. He cut off.
I think I remembered something about being told that.
Yeah, nutless.
So something that could capture a fucking wizard.
Yeah. Dude, if there's anyone I know, it's you.
Oh, don't be playing to my pride, you bitch.
Listen here, you cunt. I know for a fact, you know I'm speaking and spitting some truth. So I'm not playing to your pride. I'm telling you, I know you can do it. Face first.
Look, there's a difference of can and actually have the ability to. That's.
Bitch, who else
Do
in
you
this whole
do you
fucking
know?
state
Do you
could
know
this
how
shit?
slippery those fuckers are?
Yeah, maybe, kind of. I may have made or not eaten one like 7 years ago. I don't remember. You get too much. You eat too much, and it all turn around and tastes like McDonald's ice cream.
Spoken like a true garbage can. Well, I'll see what I can do, but I truly make no promises. That's
Anything you
Ugh.
need, you tell me because I can get it. Plus, I can get cars on the cheap. So if we have to do some kind of mechanical work, I got it, and I got you on this.
that may be necessary. I'll probably also just need to talk with her.
Done.
Ugh.
I'll text her on it.
But no, I can think up some designs. I cannot promise anything though. That's a very tall order for me.
I'm not asking for a promise. I'm just asking I'm gonna try. That's all I need.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna try.
Miracles happen just by admitting that you can try.
You want a snack for
Fuck
the road?
yoga. He didn't know.
Do you need a snack?
Sure, I could use it. I'm probably going back to my work.
She opens
Everyone
a
else is
drawer
busy.
and just pours out a handful of nuts and bolts into your palm. There you go.
Huh, thank you. I love these. And she'll start popping them like popcorn. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Yep. Well, catch you later. And catch you later, lady. And then the blast doors shut. They shut a little too fast.
Yeah.
Like, probably would have taken off a finger if someone hadn't been, cognizant.
Honey.
Nice.
Yes, she was quite pleasant.
And you see Led also now just standing by waiting for you guys.
If you have any trouble with nobles, especially concerning freeholds, I know that the House Ilea have been trying to buy them up. Just let me know. I've got a little bit of pull in the court, and I find myself in the helping position.
Okay.
Luckily, we're in somewhat of a beneficial position because, most nobles are smart enough not to fuck with knocker interests. So I don't think we'll have too much of a problem. At least not.
You don't, but
not
some
initially.
people on the outside do. So
tough luck for them.
Oh, come on, Led. Be a little bit of a, soft-hearted one.
I'm very soft-hearted, but I also have to watch the interests that I was assigned to watch.
I know.
I can't help everyone.
Empathy.
I got plenty of empathy.
Then you can feel for others that can't turn around and defend their shit.
All right.
Okay, here you go. Here's all my shit.
Cool.
Do I need to sign out?
No, we actually we got it this time. You also see that he reaches down as he turns to get Bella out of like her safety gear, and she slips out of the shoes without taking her other shoes off. And they aren't even unlocked, which you guys know you cannot pull your feet just out of these boots. They're very tightly secured. And then she removes all the other stuff in record time too. It seems like it's very hard to pin her in. And her
period.
True. From what you know about Sluagh, you cannot restrain them. It does not work.
Oh, yeah.
The only ones who are more annoying with that are Cluricon. But that's because they can disappear as soon as you look away.
This is true.
Well, thank you so much for your time, honey. I do appreciate it as well. And I'm happy to have met you here. And yes, let me know if you find out anything or if you need any help. I'm happy to offer it as one of the only Fiona in town. It does me well to build connection.
Only Scathage here in town.
Very nice. Well, thank you for your time. Bella, come on, let's be on our way. Maybe we'll stop by that Italian place.
Ooh,
Yeah, go for it. Just tell him Honey Badger special.
Roger that. Thank you so much.
We'll
Got
do
it.
it the next time we're up in the hills.
Indeed.
And you all take off.
As she's walking, she will be texting Ace Lady Embra's number, saying that she wants inside information on the court. She did not give Ace's number to Lady Embra, but she's letting Ace know the heads up that there might be gossip that she might want to if she wants to. Totally up to her, but she's giving her the heads up on it.
Appreciated is what Ace will respond with.
Ace, at damn near the exact same time, you get a text from Aggie Sprocket saying, "Hey, some shining host bitch was looking for you. Here's the number."
Ace is just like, well, I guess there's no better time.
Said her name was Embra something or other.
Yeah.
You do recognize that name at least.
Ace will text the number and just say, "I hear you're looking for me."
Oh, that was prompt. Goodness. Yes, I was hoping to get some information about House Hyliel. Send.
Yeah, sure. Meet me at this address, and it'll be the bar that we spent a lot of time at in season 1.
The one where Daniel is the bartender?
Yes.
All right. And Ace, as soon as you send that, you get a text from yet another number. This one from Snarl. And it says, you, ... free for dinner this week?
This week, yes. Tonight, no.
All good. Also want a box for my Nux back.
Good luck.
And he just
and we'll
sends
send
back,
a 3-leaf clover with it.
he sends back the smiling devil emoji. And then there is also here's where we can meet for dinner. Just tell me the day before it gets to it. And he sends the address of the house that you all investigated.
Ace will just mutter to themselves, yeah, dinner.
And you do know historically, Red Cap dinner, well, they only invite people they like. The problem is they only invite people they like. So it could be a graphic meal for Ace, depending on how squeamish they are.
I mean, Ace is thinks dinner's a euphemism at this point.
So is Candid conversation, obviously, if he's pulling out the wine. Okay. You're muted.
Fucking of course I am.
Wasn't me this time.
Hey, everyone, make sure that you check your mute buttons. As a real quick fade, Esmeralda, speaking of arriving at a lordship's house, you do show up in the neighborhood. It's a fine neighborhood. It's old Denver, so it's not that
different from her neighborhood.
Yeah, it's not ritzy. You see the address you pull up to is a small Tudor style house. It has a small tower next to the front door and all that sort of stuff. It's very clearly like the design of its time, but it's well maintained. The gardening looks fine. Has everywhere in Colorado, Virginia creeper crawling up one of the sides of the house because it's fucking everywhere.
Invasive species.
And you do see a welcome mat, a very nice doorbell, and a door as well that looks to be a very nice, solid, dark wood.
She has placed the book that she had grabbed from the library. It's a very old book. But she had placed it in her bag, and she has her bag across. It's an over-the-shoulder bag. And she rings the bell.
All right. And it only takes a few seconds, and then Doug opens the door. Although he is not dressed like he usually is. There's no nice suit to accompany the fact that he's a driver. He is wearing a old band t-shirt, looks like for Grateful Dead, but it's faded and stained all to fuck, and then a pair of faded jeans, and that's about all he's wearing.
Oh.
And he opens the door. Oh, hey.
Hi, Doug.
And how are you this evening?
I'm well. I'm well. Actually, I'm glad you're here. Before I leave, I'd like to speak with you.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. Neat.
I'm here to see Vincent.
He's just down that hallway.
Thank you. And she really does show appreciation in her expression because she knows him telling her the truth took something from him.
Yeah. You notice a hesitation for sure. Something took some effort.
Mm-hmm. And she goes in.
And you do see that there's only a couple doors. It's a relatively cozy small house, but you do enter into what looks like it's trying to invoke a game room or a drawing room, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
There's no stuffed animals or anything like that. But what you do see, especially in this room, like you kind of noticed it as Doug let you in, but there's chimera in just about every room of this house. So all different shapes and sizes. Some of them like hide when they see you, but there is chimera almost all throughout this place.
Did Esmeralda see the bird before she walked to the door?
Yes.
She would have spoken to it. She would have just greeted it.
It actually, you felt it hop on your head when you entered the hallway. And you see a bird look down and look at you. It's ash gray and chimerical.
Well, at least it's not another goat.
You feel it preen your hair for a second.
She doesn't mind in the slightest. Yeah.
And then you see it hop off your head and start flying around, but you can tell that it is keeping within your vicinity.
Okay. I guess I have adopted a new one.
Yeah, none of the other chimeras seem to notice or care that it's there.
Yeah.
And you do see Vincent. He's sitting. He's also in much more casual dress than you're probably used to seeing him, although it's still.
Oh, I know
finer.
he's she.
Well, I wasn't even gonna point that bit out, but it's like the shirt's not stained. It's just simple matte black, nice t-shirt, and he also has jeans, but they're darker and look more clean than Doug's were.
Well, Esmeralda's not like dressed formally or anything. She's wearing a floor-length black dress, simple knit dress, and she just has a wool pashima wrap that is keeping her warm from the cold outside.
You also see on the table are 2 nice tall wine glasses, as well as a bottle of red wine sitting out next to it, already uncorked.
Oh, good. You let it aerate. And she,
of course.
And she sits.
Who drinks red wine without letting it breathe? And he
Philistines.
He pours you and himself the wine and then sits down across from you. And then sets it just on the table next to him.
And what did you wish to speak candidly with me about, Vincent? And she takes a sip.
In some ways, it's more just a curiosity. I'd heard that you were on tour, but I didn't know that the tour would run in similar circles from where I was vacationing.
Oh, interesting.
So to speak. So I suppose the candid conversation can start as such. What were you doing in Arizona? And also, why the disguise?
I wasn't in Arizona.
You weren't?
No. I was in Vegas. I was in New York City. I was in Seoul, Korea. I was not in Arizona.
I believe you. And you see a shadow stretch up from behind him on the couch. And since it's a shadow, it can't make noise. So it just visibly scratches its head. Like the way people would do in a cartoon to show confusion.
If someone dares to use my face, I want to know who.
I will admit it was seen from a distance and I was busy with other things, but I did see a woman who looked similar to you, but she was different enough. That's why I asked about the disguise. Because clearly here you don't have half your head shaved with neon pink hair.
No, I would never.
Or I think I saw some piercings as well.
No.
A very punk look. She had a jacket with patches covering it. But it was enough to look like you that I thought it was. I even gave an indication, but she didn't seem to notice, but I wasn't sure if that was just you on other business or what, but I am sorry to bring such troubling news to you.
That is troubling.
But if it helps, you look like far less of a punk.
I dare say that's almost a compliment.
I met your grandfather a few times.
Did you?
He was an envoy in one. Other times it was just passing. I think once or twice we indicated that we acknowledged each other's presence, but didn't speak.
It's a shame you didn't hear him speak.
Not often, and there was always business to be done most of the time. But he was respectful.
Maximilian was a master storyteller. He was also an issue of note. He was a lore keeper, historian of our tribe.
So not one of the Oba, then. There had been rumors that he was.
Well, you certainly have done your study on the issue, haven't you?
I like to think I know at least a little about every kith.
Perhaps he was, perhaps he wasn't. That's all I will say on the matter.
It would mean that you are descended from yet more royalty. The Ishu are already nobility in their own lands.
We are nobility in any land we tread.
I highly doubt that me and mine often treat you as such.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't change what we are.
I suppose it is my own hang-ups. I would wish to be acknowledged for such title.
It doesn't matter. Not really. I am glad you wanted to speak with me. I take a velvet bag out of my bag and place it on the table. That is every bit of the money you paid me. I do not wish it.
Truly.
Truly. You showed incredible generosity, bringing Doug to my circle to heal him at.
If it helps, Doug was the one that insisted, although I wasn't going to stop him.
That, for a she, is generous. And you have offered your hospitality to me.
Doug pointed out that it may be seen as scandalous to invite a woman to my house with no other pretense other than conversation. I don't know what he's talking about. You seem perfectly accepting.
It could be quite scandalous, but do you think I care?
And most of what my fellow she gossip about me is not my love life.
Well, I know you dabble with the common folk.
I like to think that I dabble with everyone. If I cut my avenues off simply because it is not a path I would normally tread, all I lose out on is benefit.
Mm.
And I have to interact with everyone so that, and he holds out his hand, and you know it wasn't intentional, but Shade, his shadow chimera, does like curl over him and give him a high five, to which he just...
You keep very interesting company, Vincent.
They represent all the energy that I don't wish to show outwardly, I suppose.
Okay, that is very intriguing.
Except for Nigel. Nigel's just an idiot who thinks himself a mastermind. Bless his heart.
I could say something. I really could, but I won't. You are being hospitable.
I am very appreciative that you are willing to keep your tongue held. Would you like anything to eat before you go?
I would, actually, since you are offering. And while we dine...
Pardon me.
Of course. But while we dine, I'd love to tell you a tale.
I will happily listen. And he gets up and heads, you're fairly certain, to the kitchen.
Let's see if the she can cook.
and while he's gone, you do see Scooby-Doo style Doug. And he steps in and sits right where Vincent was, picking up the wine and downing it in one shot.
Esmeralda takes another sip.
And he looks down at the thing. Did you see what happened?
What was it?
Why the Chimera drank all his wine?
Yes, that's exactly what I saw.
He says, pouring another glass. What did you want to ask me about?
I was wondering if you could teach me how to heal like you did with Ahmet.
He downs the wine again, sets the glass down.
I often find myself in the company of those that are prone to injury.
Is that the only reason you'd want to learn?
Well, the skills itself, yes. But I would not mind getting to know you better.
Funny you should mention it. Do you see yourself as a spiritual woman? Is there any chance that the sky shouldn't be blue and it should be put somewhere else? Would there be a possibility that you would ever swim bare naked through slime, but knowing at the end was a tunnel dripping with white chocolate, and he's going to use his puka birthright after overloading you with questions? He's going to see how many true answers he can get out of you for actual questions.
Okay.
Because Puka can get answers out of fucking anyone.
Anyone, yes.
What's your willpower, my mistake?
My willpower is...
Permanent, not temp.
Yeah, permanent is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. You must answer 2 questions with perfect honesty, and you cannot lie in any sense with them.
Looking at my subterfuge, I have none, so I'm a very bad liar.
All right, then this will be very easy for you to tell the truth.
Yes.
He then, after that deluge of nonsense, leans forward and looks you in the eyes.
And she just locks eyes with him.
Do you really hate she?
It is not hate, it is disappointment.
I can come to understand a bit of that.
I know too much.
And maybe I know too little. Do you know what spring is?
It is life, growth. It is the wild. It is a time when dormant things wake up.
Good. And you no longer feel the need to spill your guts. Now, I will teach you. I will show you exactly how the art works, down to its finest detail. But if I see that you, as a person, are not growing, changing, springing forth with new life, I will cut off the lessons. For to not represent an art properly is a disservice to the dreaming. Do we have an agreement?
Agreed.
And he holds out his hand.
And she takes it.
And you feel something bind around the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You just felt contract take effect.
I sure did.
Which is weird because there was no writing. So how did he make contract appear?
Oh, no. She's Aishu. She knows verbal contracts are just as binding.
Although you also know that people with the art contract need to be fairly well used with it in order to get that specific effect.
Mm-hmm.
But he smiles, his big pit bull smile, stands up. Would you like someone to see you out?
He's going to feed me first.
Is he now? And he turns and looks towards the kitchen. Excuse me. And he pats you very rushed on the shoulder and heads off. And we will end this session upon a very muffled conversation of as it sounds like there's someone very excited and someone a bit nervous.
Oh, Lord.
And you're not sure who's who from the sounds. But that is where we will end Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass Season 2, Episode 2, having seen a little bit of the personal lives and small actions here and there that our players are taking. There's as much tension in the air as the first season. I love it.
I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us for this session of Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass Season 2. Oh, my God, y'all. There's so much drama. So much drama. And God, I fucking loved Ace's scene with the little sister. That was so sweet.
Thank you.
That just hit me in my fucking feels. I was like, what the fuck?
Prime big sibling energy.
Yeah. Join us on the Discord. This cast got picked from our Discord community. We do post casting calls periodically, and you will need to be a member of our Discord community if you would like to ever get the chance to sit at a virtual table with us. So make sure you are there. Besides, we have an amazing community of people that love TTRPGs, that love gaming in general, that just have a wide variety of interests, but they're good fucking people. Seriously, assholes do not get a pass in my fucking server. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So definitely join us there. And if you'd like to catch, if you've missed any episodes of this stream, including season 1, that is on our YouTube. The link is in chat right now. We also have a ton of other games that we have streamed on this channel, on that YouTube channel. Like it, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when we post new shit, because we post up usually within a few days after a stream. We will post up the videos for it. And you want to make sure that you are getting notifications so you know when we post. Also, if you like Call of Cthulhu or D&D, games, you want to check out the Ishvel YouTube channel because that channel is chock full of that. Our amazing European GM and keeper, Dr. Tiss, she stores her stuff there on the Ishvel channel on YouTube. Check it out. Give it a subscribe as well, please. Show her some love. And we have amazing friends at this table, and y'all are spamming commands a little too fast for me, y'all. Slow it down.
Man, when your mods are too good, right?
I know, right? It's like, what the fuck? I'm having to scroll back to see to get my cues. Okay, so Junie Von Esch, what you got going on your channel?
Doing more tying and strangling of yarn. Doing a bit more, be doing more gaming shortly. I'm also popping around in other people's channels as well, especially here over on Table of Horrors, and I think I'm on somebody else's channel tomorrow. I'm looking at Will.
And that leads us to Ravnos Archon. What you got on your channel?
Hi, everybody. I have TTR. I do TTRPG stuff on my own channel. Mondays are for Vampire the Masquerade. Tuesdays are for Legend of the Five Rings or Werewolf of the Wild West. And Thursdays are, for a fact, either for 7th Sea or Old Gods of Appalachia. And tomorrow we're going to be doing 7th Sea again, which I'm excited to get back to.
Excellent. Mischievous Red, what do you have going on?
Hi, yeah, I stay on my own channel at Mischievous Red, and I currently stream mini painting on Sundays.
Awesome. And of course, we've got re-rolls in that list too. He is in our Kansas City Vampire Chronicle, and you should check him out. He's also in Call of Cthulhu on Saturdays at times. So definitely check him out. He's got some amazing games that he runs on his channel too. And we have studio merch. There is no merch yet for this game, but it is in the works. It is in the works. Okay. We're going to have an Uncle Oski reading to the little baby trolls. It's going to be great. Yeah.
I'm amazed y'all haven't pitched the kill the she hashtag on t-shirts yet, because it seems like y'all are bloodthirsty.
Oh, no. There's specific she that S wants to murder, okay?
Jamie, you don't know what happens to them once they die, but, you know.
She has a general idea.
They reincarnate into Slua. That's always the in the world joke. All terrible she reincarnate into Slua. Which Slua don't really like because it makes people think that their kith is a punishment.
Yeah.
But
So check out our Zazzle store, though, for studio merch, for merch related to other chronicles and games that we have run. Check it out. Make sure you're logged in because there is some merch there with some swear words that we had to mark as adult because of the swear words. That's the Zazzle policy. Check it out. We don't mark up the prices on it. It's the base price. Just check it out, see if there's anything you like. And of course, if you would like to support the amazing players and the ST of this table, bits and donations is how you do it. Show off your biddies, baby, because that helps our players and stuff, because this stuff ain't free, okay? We got to pay for like wigs and costumes and makeup and shit like that. And, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, yeah, support them. And if you'd like to support the studio itself with, you know, our production costs, because it ain't free. Yeah, definitely check out giving us a subscription here. You can do so with your Amazon Prime account for free. You get one free a month. You can apply that here to us. That way it doesn't actually cost you anything extra. Or you can donate to our KoFi page, our coffee page, Buy Mama a Coffee. Every little bit helps. You can even subscribe there, which it doesn't take half like Twitch does. Twitch takes half of all bits and all subscriptions for real. They are a nasty fucking pimp. So yeah, for real. All right. Now, coming up over the next week, we have Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Kansas City, Domain Divided. Yeah. Me, Red. Dale Davis. House. Yeah. And Ree. I already said he was in it, but Ree too. Yeah. Yeah. And of course,
Man.
my character's brother is here tonight too. He plays Rurik. Yeah.
Maybe don't start your chronicle in a war zone.
I know, right? It's a fucking war and it's getting hot, y'all. You want to tune in Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, they are playing Call of Cthulhu 7E, London Esoteric Society. They are going into a new year. Yay. More madness, more madness. Join them. And we will be back here next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the next session of Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass, Season 2. Maybe we can get this she actually integrated into the group that session.
That's part of the story.
I know.
Do we have to?
Do we have to?
I mean, if you want to keep a cohesive table and not have me splitting the party constantly.
So, yeah, that's what we got going on. And lastly, take care of your mental health, y'all, for real. Stress is a bitch, and being under a lot of stress for prolonged periods leads to mental health issues and potentially crisis. Make sure you take care of yourselves. And somebody needs to queue up the damn thing. Thank you.
They just didn't want to get ahead of you like last time.
Because really, if you are in crisis, we want you taking care of yourself for real and get the help you need. Right now in chat, there is a list of organizations that have numbers that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where if you are in crisis, they will have help on the line for you or on the other side of the text, for real. If you are watching on YouTube or outside of the U.S., please go to findahelpline.com. You can search by your location and find the helplines that you need that are available to you. They cover over 140 countries. For real, get help if you need it. If you are in crisis, get help. Okay? Please. We want you around a long time. And with that being said, also take care of your physical health. Get your checkups, get your vaccines, drink your water, take your meds, that kind of shit. Take care of yourself, for real, because as one goes, the other goes. I'm a nurse. I know this shit. All right? And seriously, just look out for yourselves. Truly. And lastly, let's see. Colorado had a primary yesterday. So did New York.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Primaries are never fun here, ever. They're always a pain in the ass.
Yeah. But anyway, primary season is almost over. Almost over. There might be a couple maybe still outstanding. I'm not quite sure. But literally make sure your registration is up to date and active and affiliated with the correct party affiliation that you have chosen before the November election. Republican states have been known to purge fucking voter rolls, especially in urban areas in their states where there's more Democratic voters. Please make sure you double check because you may not be able to vote if you don't. So please make sure that in November you plan to show up for the general election. It is an important one. We get to choose who sits in the U.S. House of Representatives because every position is up for election. So please vote. Said with love. Y'all have a good night.
Hey.